Hello everyone, it's Evans Raisin here and welcome back to another F1 22 My Team Career Mode, where we are here for round 3 for first season for our My Team career, where we will be in Melbourne for the Australian Grand Prix, where hopefully ourselves and our teammate can get a good result for this weekend. So as you can see, we're going to do our activities. We're going to put in some of our activities to fill the week and see if we can get some extra cash and get some extra bonuses for either our driver or our aerodynamics and facilities and that. We're going to spend some R&D points here because we have got 1,800 to spend. We've also got £1.5 million, well we did have, and we spent it. And now we're going to get some aerodynamic upgrades, are we? Yes, we're going to get a aerodynamic R&D upgrade. However, it did fail, but we got enough resource points, we're going to put it straight on there. So we've got a department event where we are going to...
Thanks.
We're going to decline...
I know these kind of decisions can be challenging, but I think you made the right call.
And then we're going to advance some time here. We're going to see if we can spend any more resource points, which we are. We're going to get a engine upgrade. And we're going to we're going to do the Drift Prix hot lap in the McLaren.
Cause you're not my vibe, but God just let me go to sleep. Someone get high with me. Yeah, cause I'm running away. I'm looking for space. Looking for space. I'm healing from all of the pain. I'm running away. Cause I feel lost right now, and it's hard to breathe. And I've lost myself. What happened to me?
So it is gold. We have got gold. So we're going to get that at 1,000 acclaim, and we're going to get that 100k cash. And then we're going to go and switch to quick practice now, where we are going to get as much resource points as possible and as much discounts as possible to help us upgrade and have a better car in the future. So we have completed all of our objectives in the quick practice, and that will give us a total of 1,308 resource points in total. And we're going to have quite a lot of discounts now. That's 61% discount, 22% discount, 25% discount for the aero there. We're going to get a 54% one, a 29% discount, and a 39% discount, and we even got some more. We got a 46% discount one now, and we got a 19% discount for some major parts which we will definitely need at the moment, as we do level up to level 5 acclaim, which means we can get a new sponsor after at the end of this race weekend.
Okay guys, everyone be aware, the car's ready to go.
And now we come out of our pit garage to start our out lap, just to get our tyres warmed up. And as you can see, that our tyres are quite cold as we go quite wide there. But we're going to come through the last corner now. DRS open. We're going to have 7th gear. We're going to come across the line. We're going to speed things up because it's only a bank lap, and we are going to do our first flying lap of the session of Q1. See if we can get into Q2, where the top 16 will go through. We're coming on to the brand new long straight here. Obviously it is Australia and it's a new game, which means it's the new track layout for Australia. It's quite a nice track. It is a lot more faster, and it's a lot more flow in between corners, which is a lot more nicer. And yeah, it's a good track. And we come across the line for our first lap, which is a 1 minute 20.0. And then we're going to come on to our second and final flying lap of Q1. See if we can get into that top 16. And currently we are in P13, so we are out of the drop zone. So at the moment we are through to Q2 at the moment. But we go quite wide there in that corner there. Use all the curb on the inside, not much on the outside there. We're going to use a little bit on the inside here and a little bit on the outside. And as you can see, we're down by 0.02 of a second. We're going to use all the curb as much as we can, and we actually got up by almost half a tenth there. And now we're on to the brand new layout where it's all flat out now. Forget about all them that little chicane bit there, which I believe it was. And it's a long flat down corner. Through the chicane bit here, going a bit wide here, going onto the gravel and the grass bit there. DRS now open. We're now dropped down to P16 at the moment, as qualifying is now completed, as we knock it down into 3rd gear. As we get as much traction as we can, we go a strange line through there. And as you can see, we're not improvement at the moment, and we keep losing the rear end, and we are down by 0.2. And we're going to have DRS open, and it's going to be flat down to the line, and it's not going to be an improvement. And we come across, and is it enough to get into Q2? No, it isn't. It's P19, and we have been knocked out of Q1. And now we look at today's starting grid, where Charles Leclerc has got pole position, and it's his teammate Carlos Sainz alongside. So it's a Ferrari 1-2 at the moment. And it's Max Verstappen in 3rd with Lewis Hamilton alongside. Then we've got George Russell, Bottas, Alonso, Ocon, Schumacher, Kevin Magnussen, Norris, Gasly, Tsunoda, Perez. Perez got a penalty there, so he'll be further back in P14. Joe Guan Yu 15th, Ricciardo 16th, Vettel, our teammate Liam Lawson in 18th, ourselves in P19. Then we got Albon, and then on the last row we got Lance Stroll, and finally on we got Nicholas Latifi.
Okay, now that we've got some good points on the board, let's continue.
So this is our strategy for today. We're going to be, obviously as you can see, it is heavy rain, so we'll be on the full wets no matter what, and we'll be pitting around lap 14 to maybe lap 16. And then we come to where we're going to put our car onto the grid, as we have got our timers warmed up as much as we can as we sort of go through our teammate there. And we're going to line up, and can we get purple? Yes we can, we get 0.1 meters. So a perfect stop there. So it's going to be heavy rain for the whole race. And now we go to the 5 red lights. And off we go for the Australian Grand Prix in the rain, as we get off to a poor start. But we're going to deploy some ERS, which will help us get that launch and get that speed back up. We thought about going around the outside, doesn't quite work out. We're going to back out of it, and we're going to take it nice and easily and slow around the outside. And we're going to slot in behind Daniel Ricciardo, who is fighting our teammate right in front of us. We're going to deploy some ERS, we're going to dive it down the inside. Are we? No, but our teammate will. And Daniel Ricciardo and our teammate are going wheel to wheel right now. and it's our teammate who will come out on top. No, as we almost made contact with our teammate there, but it's Daniel Ricciardo who goes up into P17 now, and our teammate down to P18. And as you can see, we've just got no grip at all, especially now that we're in that dirty air. So we've got lots of cars in front of us who are, as you can see, we've got no grip through there. We're literally almost drifting through that high-speed corner there. It's supposed to be high speed, and we're drifting through it because there's no grip on these full wet tyres at all. And we're going to chuck it into this chicane bit here, and as you can see, we go a bit wide there. We get hit by Albon, but sorry, Latifi there, and it's Latifi up into P19, and he overtakes us. But we're not going to have anything, and we're going to dive it down the inside. We're going to go for a late move on the brakes, and it's a nice move, and we get that move back, and we go back up into P19 there. And as you can see, we're still drifting through every corner near enough, as we do lock up the tyres there into the second to last corner. And now we come on to lap 2 now, where we're going to dive it down the inside. We're going to go side by side with our teammate now, and who will come out on top. We're going to go right round the outside. We're going to use all the curb on the there. We're going to use a little on the inside and the outside, as we use a bit too much curve there. And now we come on to lap 4 now, where Sergio Perez is trying to make a move on Zhou Guanyu. He's going to go right down the inside when they have the outside line, and he's going to get a better exit. And it's going to be, and also in the Red Bull compared to AlphaTauri, he's got much more better straight line speed. But they're still side by side coming into the next corner here. They make contact. Both wheels make contact, but it's Sergio Perez who comes out on top, and he goes up into P14. And he'll be charging on to see if he can get some more points. And now we switch over to lap 7 now, where his teammate Max Verstappen is trying to make a move for second place on that podium. He's going to right round the outside, just like his teammate did on Zhou Guanyu, and he's up into second place at the moment. And we come on to lap 9 now, where we got our teammate right behind us, and we got Daniel Ricciardo in front of us, who is currently our rival for this season at the moment. And our teammate's going to make a move on us. It's going to right down the inside. We're going to have the inside line. We're going to use the racing line. We're going to go out wide, and we're going to defend that position, and we stay in P18 and see if we can chase down Daniel Ricciardo in the next few laps. And then we come on to lap 10 now, where Lewis Hamilton is trying to make a move on Carlos Sainz, as he almost loses the car, but using all of his experience, he keeps it under control, and he's now wheel to wheel with Carlos Sainz, the Spaniards. And he's going to dive it down the inside. We'll now have the outside line for the second to last corner. Will we have the better grip through this corner, as they're going really slow through here, but he's going to have the inside line, the better traction, and he goes up into P3, up onto that podium. And now we come on to lap 16 now, where we are chasing, where we was chasing down Esteban Ocon, but now we come into the pits to fit our new set of tyres, which will be the full wets once again. We're going to go for another set of full wets, because it is still heavy rain at the moment of time. And can we get a optimal pit stop here? Yes, we can. We get a... What time we're going to get? We're going to get a 2.4 pit stop, which is obviously not the best, but it's still better than it has been. So we take it. And then we're going to come out. When we've got Daniel Ricciardo who's coming out, we make a little bit of contact there. We almost lose the car in the on the exit, but we have made the overcut work, and we go up into P17 now. As we now look at Max Verstappen, who's coming through the last corner. He's coming through this corner, and he's going slow, and there's yellow flags, and he pulls off to the grass. And that's Max Verstappen out of the Australian Grand Prix with an engine failure. So it's unlucky for him, which means Hamilton is currently in P2 now, and Carlos Sainz in P3, I believe now. As we are aggressively warm up our tyres, because it is our tyres are quite cold, especially that right front there. Obviously the safety car is out due to Max Verstappen's engine failure. However, but now on lap 23 it is coming in, so we will be going back to race pace and see if we can make a move on Sebastian Vettel on the safety car restart. And as you can see, we've got 100% overtake, so we can use as much overtake as we can in the next few laps until the end of the race, basically. And as you can see, we're going to go side by side with the 4-time world champion to try and put him off. And now we're going to come into the last corner now, where we're going to accelerate as early as we can, but obviously it's raining. ERS being deployed, and we come across the line, and it's green flag, so now we're racing. And we're going to send it down the inside of the 4-time world champion of Sebastian Vettel, and we go up into P15. It's a great move by us into that first corner from the race restart. But he's going to have a go back at us on laps 27, and we're going to defend off just like we did with our teammate back on lap 7 or whenever it was. And we defend it off and we keep P15 for the time being. And now we switch over to lap 28 now, where we look at Valtteri Bottas, who's going quite slow there. So has he got an engine failure as well now? Yes, he has. He's going all over the place there, and he's going to pull over to the side, I believe. Yes, he will. He's going to come off to the next runoff area, which will be here. And that's Valtteri Bottas out of the Australian Grand Prix with 2 laps to go. So unlucky for him, but that's great for us, because that means we're now up into P14 as we do cut that first corner there. But FIA does not see anything about that, so we move on. And we're now on to the final lap of the race, where we've got Sebastian Vettel right behind us now. And we've got Zhou Guanyu, who we are still chasing, but with 2.3 seconds, I don't think we're going to quite make it and catch up to him on this lap, especially when it's heavy rain and there's no grip on these old tyres. But we are creating a gap between ourselves and the car behind of Sebastian Vettel. It's now gone up to 1.4 seconds now. And now we look at Charles Leclerc, who's coming through the last sector now. He's coming through the second to last corner, going nice and easy. He's got all the time in the world. He's got 4 seconds between him and the car behind of Lewis Hamilton. And he's coming through the last corner now, flat down, foot all the way down. And he comes across the line, and it's Charles Leclerc who wins the Australian Grand Prix. And it's Lewis Hamilton in P2, and it's Carlos Sainz in P3, which sees our podium finishes for today's race. And now we go back to our onboard now, where we are still drifting through every corner near enough. And we're coming through this corner, drifting it almost. Now into the last corner now, drifting it again. There's no grip at all on these tyres. We're going to use all of our ERS now. And we come across the line, and we come home in P14.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
So it's P14 for us. It's a great result for us. Obviously, it's not points, so it's not the best, but it is still good. And it is Kevin Magnussen who gets driver of the day.
And a fantastic victory here at Albert Park. So Natalie, what do you think helped them deliver this result?
Keeping the tyre temperatures up in the tricky wet conditions was really important. There's not much grip at the best of times anyway, and that's 10 times worse if you're on cold tyres. So the way that they kept the rubber in its proper operating window was a big advantage today.
And here we are, a team that is no stranger to the podium, taking their place on top once again. A sublime race today, and a stunning win for Ferrari.
So it is Charles Leclerc who wins the Australian Grand Prix, with Hamilton in second and Carlos Sainz in third, which sees our podium finishes for today's race. So some really good wheel-to-wheel battling going on in this heavy rain, in this rainy race at Australia. Also, we haven't had the best results, as we only got P14, which is not points, but it's better than being last. So as you can see there, we have got more points than our rival of Daniel Ricciardo there. We've got 2 more extra points, and then overall that will give us 1 point. So we're leading by 1 point between our rival now. We've now gone up to Team McLean level 5, which means we can get a new sponsor in the next for the next race weekend. We're gonna get 100k for today's race. Not a lot of money, but it's better than nothing.
I'm worried about our cash reserves.
And then we've got a personnel department event, which we'll go to, where we will agreed to the offer.
You handled that well. Thank you.
So this is the driver standings at the moment. It's Charles Leclerc who continues to lead the driver standings with 78 points. And then behind him, he's got Max Verstappen with 36 points, which sees a gap of 42 points between them two. And then further down, we see ourselves go down to P14. Obviously, we got points in the last race. So obviously, if you haven't seen that, please go back to watch that, because that was a very good, interesting race. But yeah, as we've got 2 points, and a lot more people have got points today, and we go down into P14. And now we look at the constructor standings, where Ferrari continues to lead the constructor standings with 108 points, and then the Red Bulls in second with 63 points, which sees a gap of 45 points between them two. And then further down we see Haas and McLaren overtake the Alfa Romeo and the AlphaTauris. And then further down in 9th we got ourselves Evans Racing in P9 with 2 points, which are where we are not that far behind the AlphaTauris, but still quite far back from the midfield. So that is it for today, guys. If you have enjoyed it, please do give it a like. Please do subscribe down below for more racing based content, and for more F1 My Team, and some more F1 content as well, and maybe some possibly some other racing content as well, maybe like Assetto Corsa or some other game. And I'll see you in the next round, for round 4 of the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, which is the Imola Grand Prix, where hopefully ourselves and our teammate can get a good result in the next race.
Summer.